All right, guys. Welcome to today's video. Today we kind of have a special episode. We are doing an NBA player tier list, Timberwolves edition. So today we'll be ranking Timberwolves players on the tier list. It's kind of a popular trend the last couple of years with different things. So we want to do the Timberwolves players so far. And I guess our credentials for ranking these guys, we kind of just said skill and value to the team, because obviously this season we've had so many injuries that it's tough to do it just this season tier list because guys have been injured, so we don't really know the true value. But we're doing player skill and true value to the team.
Yeah,
So
I like that. I like that formula. And also, we got the idea for this video from Chatterwolves, so we just want to give him credit. And just to make it clear, neither of us watched that video. We just saw it. So, hey, if we have a similar tier list, that just means we have similar basketball minds. But Chrissy's gonna share the screen, and we're gonna get right into it.
yeah, I need the host to give me those privileges.
Dude, we always have these problems, man. Uh, there you go. There you go. I gave it to you now. I think so.
Perfect.
Good. Now we don't have to have our full faces in the camera anymore.
Yep.
There it
All right.
is.
Can everyone see my tier list?
Yes, we can. Everyone can.
All right. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see. Um
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to go player by player, or are we gonna do? So we're gonna start with D'Lo and say
what
what tier he is, or do you go F tiers first?
No, you go player by player. So we'll start with should we go bottom, because it seems like more of the high tier players. Let's go with the coaches first. Wait, is that Jim Peterson and Dave Ben?
Yeah, Jimmy. Who's
All
that
right,
second
so
guy?
that's uh that's Dave Benz, that's Jim Pete, and that's Finch.
Okay, so Dave. So okay, is Dave Benz the other commentator? I only know Jimmy Pete.
Yeah, we'll leave these. We'll leave all these guys out. We don't need to do them in the
Well,
players tier list. Okay.
oh, I think we got to put him in there out of respect.
You think so?
Yeah,
Okay, for sure. All right, let's go Jim Pete first. I think Jim Pete hoops is definitely S tier for me. I don't know. I don't know about
I
you,
think
but
for sure. I think he is an S tier. Just the stuff he's had to go
oops.
through. Um, compared to a normal NBA announcer, the games that he has had to commentate that are just so bad, and he just makes it watchable. You had beef with him earlier in the season.
No. We had no beef because Jim Pete's the color commentator. He's not the lead commentator. So it's just
Oh,
Jim Pete always has like the funniest stories that are so random and don't like attribute to the game whatsoever. So
they
I don't know.
love they love LeBron. He loves LeBron.
He is a LeBron lover. And so Dave Benz right down here is our play by play guy, you know. Do we give him S? I love Dave Benz. I don't know if he could. I don't know if he.
I think
I
he's
think
A.
he's an A tier. I think he's A tier
I agree.
because no one can beat Jim Pete. I don't think.
Nope. He's at the top level of announcers besides the Hornets announcers.
All right, I think we both agree on this one. I think
Do
Chris
we?
Finch so far, he's kind of like the savior.
Yeah, but what he's definitely not S tier.
You don't think he's S tier?
Hell no. He S
Three
tier.
and three. So I'll give you my reasoning for S tier. 3-3 after the All Star break. Down two of our best players against. So we had to play the Blazers twice and play the Suns twice, and we split those games. So splitting those games against Western Conference contenders, down two men.
I was gonna give him B tier just because you have to have some credibility to be an S tier. Jim Pete's an S tier because of all his longevity that he's done. So I could go in the maybe A would be
Hey,
tough.
let's meet in the middle at A.
That's tough
I
though.
agree.
I because he hasn't proven it. He's got a lot to prove.
Okay, I like B. I like your B reasoning there.
He's got a lot to prove.
So
He
he can
potential.
work his way up.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've watched
perfect.
just a fun fact on my tier list. I think I've only watched one of these, and it was this like guy who like reviewed all these best drugs to sell, and he put all these
That's a good
drugs.
one.
That's the only one I've ever seen.
All right. Sorry, my man, Ed Davis. I'm gonna. We'll see what Peyton has to say, but like us fans can't comprehend the leadership role. Obviously, we're just basing this off pure skill and value. But obviously, I think I'd put Ed Davis in the F tier at the moment, considering he doesn't play.
He's definitely an F tier, right? I forgot he was on the team for a long time, and that's sad.
Yeah.
But I 100% just forgot he was on the team.
All right. So then we go to Ricky Rubio.
So I think for these for all these important players now, I think we should go every other. We should each take a
I,
turn,
I
say
agree.
say what we
Agreed.
think about them. So I'll let you start out with Rubio and give your
All
take
right.
first.
So Ricky Rubio, up and down season to say the least. One of his worst statistical years, but ever since Finch came in, I think Rubio has gotten better. He's limited the turnovers, shot the three pretty well, provided some leadership for Ant, and just leadership in general for the team. I would put Rubio in D tier, but I'm gonna put Rubio just because of his up and down season. I'm gonna throw him in C tier
Yep,
for now.
I 100% agree with that. I'd put last year Rubio at a B tier. I'd put Saunders Rubio at a D tier, D to F, D minus maybe. But I think with Finch, I think he's sitting right at a solid C. Probably the most average player. Except for in that Suns game, he had a really stupid play that really irritated me. I don't remember what it was. Remember that?
Yeah, he tends to have a lot of those.
Yeah, he does. All right, so
All
now
right, so Jane McDaniel's up to you.
all right, so the Big Mac, Jaden McDefense, Jaden McThree. Um, so based just on skill, probably about a C. But the value to our team is where I think you could slide him in maybe at a B tier, for me at least. I just think that he has so much potential. And if we develop him correctly, he could possibly become a superstar in the NBA. He just has that much potential. So I would say B, but if you were to say C, I could kind of agree with that too.
I agree with the B tier solely upon his defense, and now that he's worked his way into the starting lineup, he's a very valuable piece for us. So I mean, his 3-point shot hasn't been falling as of late, but it's gonna come back, I think. And his post defense, which was what everyone was worried about in the draft, is he's one of the best post defenders in the NBA right now, which is crazy, statistically. So I love the B tier right there for Jaden McDaniels.
Oh,
Okay,
should we
Anthony
save it?
Edwards.
Should we save him?
Yeah, let's save Ant. I'll go to Nas Reed for now. Yeah, we'll save these four right here
Yep.
for the last
Yep.
last four.
I think so.
So Nas Reed, not so much as Rubio, but he's also kind of had an up and down season this year. But for the most part, I've actually really been impressed with Nas Reed. Especially when Cat was injured, he took Cat's place extremely well in the starting lineup, and averaged upwards of 10 to 15 points a game. So I mean, he's a plug and play guy. If you need the backup big to come in, Nas is going to do just fine there. He's a little bit streaky at the 3-point line. He's not
He has the
100%
highest.
there, or the highest what?
He has the highest arc on his shot ever.
Yeah, definitely. The free throw is also a little iffy here and there. Defense is not his strong suit. I want to go B tier, but there's just too many good players. I got to go C tier for
Yep.
Nas Reed.
That's exactly where I was saying. I was saying C. Without Cat, he's a C to B level player, but with Cat in the lineup, you can't put him in that B tier. I think that's
Agreed.
all right. So now we got Jalen Noel. So I'd say this is tough. I'm right in between the B and C tier for Jalen Noel. I think braided Noel is a B. When he has his braids, I think he is a B level player. I think he could be if he was on a different team, I think that he would have a if we didn't have Beasley, I think he would be the perfect player for us in the future. But
Mhm.
just the fact that we have Beasley makes it kind of tough. So I don't know. Give me some insight. I don't know B or C. I'm kind of stuck in the middle.
So for me, I think he's one of the. He just got recognized on the Ringer. Actually, they wrote a little article about him, about how good he's been recently. Since we're doing player skill and value to the team, obviously those two sometimes can contradict each other. But I think B tier is perfect for Jalen Noel. I think he's our best bench scorer. I think every time we need a bucket, he's the guy that's going to make a mid-range shot, and he's very consistent from the 3-point line, above 40%. I think it's a lock for the B tier for Jalen Noel.
Braided Noel. He's a different
That's
animal with the
that's
braid.
right. So
Oh,
we
your
put
guy.
Noel in B tier.
You got
My
lucky with
guy,
your guy.
So the season has not been kind to Jarrett Culver for a couple reasons. There was a lot of bright spots at the beginning of the year. Actually, there was a couple 20-point games where he went perfect from the 3-point line. The free throws looked good again. The shot looked a little bit more normal, and then there was a point in the middle of the season where it just stopped. Like everything stopped looking normal. He was off. Then he obviously sprains his ankle. Comes back from that, doesn't look right. Hurts his toe again. Comes back again, doesn't look right. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't think he's as bad as Ed Davis, but I'm gonna go D tier
Yep.
for Jarrett Culver, in my
I think
opinion.
I think D tier just because he still has a decent amount of value to the team. If you're looking at trade value, I guess, because especially during
He's
March right now,
young.
you see a lot of these commercials of him at Texas Tech, and you're like, who is that guy? We've never seen that Jarrett Culver.
A glimpse of that.
Not even, but some other front offices might look at that and say, hey, maybe we could see that in the future for us. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right. Now we got J Mac, the original J Mac. So why hasn't he been playing lately? Has he been injured? I'm not up to date on that.
I think it's
G League?
I think it's G. Well, no, he's been in COVID protocols. Yep.
Um, Jeez.
Last year, last year I'd probably put J Mac and maybe even it'd be borderline BC category for J Mac, but this year I don't know. I don't think he's been as good this year.
No,
So
I think I'm leaning towards the D tier, and that's solely because Rubio's at the C, and I would rather have Rubio on the court than J Mac right now. So I don't know. I put
agreed.
him at a D.
I like exactly what you were thinking with that. I don't think
He's not quite on
I think
Rubio's
I
level.
think Rubio's better. Yeah, I think Rubio's better. Rubio's shown he's been better these past few games. I've been actually really impressed with what Ricky Rubio has been doing. So I
See
think
that
he's
P
at
Mars?
least a tier above.
P Mars, I have at least a little respect for Rubio.
Yep. All right, so we got my guy Vando. So this is another player who's had an up. See, there's a little bit of a trend of up and down seasons, and then look at my pointer right here. We got another guy with an up and down season.
Yep.
So let's do Vando first. Vando's a very interesting player for a couple. He's kind of been getting phased out of the lineup by Chris Finch. Chris Finch isn't too high on Jared Vanderbilt. What I would say is he's a great defender, high energy player. There's two things that are extremely wrong with Jared Vanderbilt. He's an offensive liability, and for some reason, he cannot catch the ball. He has no coordination for some reason. He can't handle the ball. He can't catch it. He can't dribble it. I don't know why. I would have put Vando in C tier a couple weeks ago. Vando's in my D tier right now. I
Yeah.
don't know what you have to say about that.
I can't really argue with that. If I don't know though. He's kind of on that. Yeah. So why is
If
he
if
even?
there was a category in between, I'd put him right there.
Yeah, because he's not quite on Nas Reed's level, but he's definitely not as bad as Ed. Yeah, I think
And
D.
let me just mention, right? I think the tier list is coming out very good right now.
I agree. It's
Actually,
very
too.
very spaciously pleasing.
Yeah.
Could
All
you?
right.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's yeah. If we're can you switch him around on the order on the tier list? Could we put him in front of Culver maybe? That make me feel a little bit better. Yeah, that makes me feel a lot better there. No, get
hold on.
Culver
There
there.
we go. There we go.
Yeah,
All right. So you got Josh Okogie next, and I'm very interested to see where you put him because I actually might. Josh has been on my good side as of late.
See, also you guys got to realize, we did no prep for this. We literally were sitting down to do a regular Timberwolves talk, which premieres tomorrow at 1 p.m. By the way, we're just like, you know what? Let's just do a tier list. So we have like as the players come up, I'm trying to think what tier I'd put them in. So I don't know with the Kogi man. 2 weeks ago, he's F to D level. But now, right now, I don't know if I can put him in front of Vanderbilt. That's the only problem. But you saw him on. He played such great defense.
Clamped.
Devin Booker.
Clamped.
And then I was like, that's the Josh Okogie I know. So I'm really in between the C and the D, and that's a problem with our franchise. Is so many players are right on that edge.
When we should have B to C tier guys.
Yeah, and I don't want to put him in the C tier and then have him make me look like a fool tonight and just like I mean, the guy scored 11 points without making a field goal. Think about that.
Like that's kind of impressive at the same time.
Dude, offensively, he is an F player. I think we can all agree on that. But
But
defensive
defensively, he might be an S player.
Okay, so let's do that. So I think defensively he's an A. And offensively he's an F. So if we meet in the
So
middle,
we meet in the middle.
we could put him at a C, but he's a very low C.
I would agree with you. I think he's a C tier guy right now. I don't think he's better than J Mac or Jalen Noel at the moment. But if Josh Okogie hit 35% of his threes, I think he'd be a B tier player.
Yeah, I could see that
I
for
really
sure.
do think so. All
Um,
right.
one other thing. Well, I don't know what I was. It's for me right now. Noel at the B tier is tough. I keep looking at him up there, and I'm just like But
No, man, I think he's B tier all the way. He's our most valuable bench asset, I think, right now.
all right, you're convincing me. You're convincing me.
Yep, I think so. All right, what Wancho to me?
Yeah, you get watch.
Okay. Hmm. So Wancho, $7 million contract a year. Barely played the start of the season. Um, but there is a but. He's looked great the past few games for some reason. He's
Yep.
hitting threes. He's making big time plays. I haven't noticed him on defense, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Um, Rebounded the ball fairly well. Who? Um, so obviously I'm on the CD line right now.
Yeah, I
I think recency bias is kind of killing me and wanting to put him in the C category. But I really think he's probably a D player overall this season. I'm
for
gonna go
me
D.
for me he was a F to D because if before playing like those few decent games in the last few ones, he would be an F for sure, just based off his contract and just what he's done for the team. But I think he's kind of
Yeah.
worked his way into that D. Maybe put him above Culver on the D list.
So I agree with that. I like the way the list looks at the moment. I
Yeah,
think this is a fair analysis of
it's looking a lot like our roster right now.
yeah, this is exactly what I would imagine a Timberwolves tier list to be like most guys in the B through F.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
Jake Layman to you.
Jake Layman. So we're actually I don't want to we're trying to get Jake Layman on the show. We're gonna be head over to our Instagram, basshole_media, and we're gonna try to be tagging him in our stories just to try to get him on the show. And if he came on the podcast, obviously he would be an S tier level player. But right now, right now, based on Jake Layman, I think he's the definition of a D tier player. I
I
think
would 100% agree.
above Culver though. Yeah, there you go. I mean above Wancho too. Above Wancho. Honestly, maybe above.
I would agree. I go right
He's
here.
been playing really well. He has. He has sparks here and there where he just looks great.
All
But
right. I mean, I would agree. I think Jake Layman's D tier player. I think there's some games where he knocks down threes, and there's some games where you don't even notice he's on the court. So
see now this is where it gets tough. I'm trying to look at it ahead and prep. So I think
so
now I think we should go. We get to pick. So you get to pick out of these four who you want to go with first. Maybe you're one you're most confident with.
so I'm obviously I think we should do these together and agree on them together. But I
Okay.
can start with I think skill level and value to the team over the past 7 years. I think Cat has to be an S tier
Yep.
player
He's a
for the
lock.
Timberwolves, in my opinion, a lock for S.
I don't think there's
Um,
a single like debate really. I think that the definition of an S tier player for this franchise, Cat. There's probably been
yeah, agreed.
I think there's been three. Him, Kevin Love, and Kevin Garnett are really like the main S tier players that we've had.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So that was the biggest lock. So I think we'll save Ant for last because I think we'll both have mixed opinions on where he should end
Yeah,
up. But going to D'Lo,
A. I think he's an A.
I'm A all the way. I think he's an A player. He's not a superstar. He's a great addition to this team. He has the possibility to be the second best player on this team. He's in the debate for it. So I mean, I think he's an A tier player. I don't think he's a to be an S tier player, you have to be a superstar or a superstar in the making for your franchise and for your value. So I don't think he provides he could be the one man that leads us to the playoffs type potential.
Yeah, I think he's an A-level player with a little bit of S potential in him still, but his clock's kind of running out. It's been loading for a while.
All right.
B.
Malik, I'm going with the same thing. I'm going A for Malik.
A, yep. A with
Um
potential maybe. No. I think A is kind of his
I
ceiling.
would say I think A is a ceiling, and I think Malik is so good. He's such a good A, like 20 points per game on 40% three pointer. 50%, he's almost a 40-50 guy. He's such a great player. He's the guy you want to have on your team. He's the most A player I've ever seen. Not going to push you up, but if as a third best player on your team, he's going to do wonders for you.
Kind of losing you a little bit with the
And
connection there.
now the last one.
Hello, you can you hear me, boss?
Are we good now?
I think so. I think they
Yeah,
could
I can
kind
hear
of.
you.
I think they could kind of hear what you were saying there. He's the most A-level player.
He's the most A level player. You can hear me now, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Gotcha. Yep. You hear me?
All right, I hear you. We're
All
good.
right, we're good to go.
All right. I was just saying most A level tier player possible. He's the guy you want as a third option on the championship team, maybe fourth option.
Yep.
And then we're going on to Ant.
It's a
Are we
tough one.
I think there's a big delay.
You think so?
A little bit of a delay.
All right. Let's just let the connection catch up to us here.
Cuz this is a big one. This is a huge ranking.
This is what people are coming for. But I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty set in stone what he. I guess recency bias kind of plays a role in it, but for me, can I say it? Should I say where I want him?
All right. Yeah, you say where you want him.
Obviously, he's in between the S and A tier for me at least. And that's the skill wise. I don't think skill wise he's between an A and a B, I think. But value to the team and future, I honestly, dude, I think that you can almost put him in that Carl Anthony Towns, Kevin Love, Kevin Garnett, S tier, Jim Pete category. That's where I would put him.
I would 100% agree with you, man. I think value he brings to the team alone is S tier. I think potential he has is S tier. I think like you, I think his skills are probably A B tierish at the moment, but once he develops in a couple years, I think he's going to be at least top 15 player league with all tools and all his. He's a rookie right now, and he's on a tear as of late. So I think, no doubt in my mind, he's an S tier talent and value to this team. So yeah, let's recap. So in our S tier, we got Jim Pete Hoops, we got Cat and Ant Man.
Yes, sir.
A tier, we got Dave Benz, Malik, and D'Lo. I like that.
I like that a lot.
And then B tier, we got Finchy, Jaden McDaniels, Jalen Noel. It's a good B tier. C tier, we got Rubio, Nas, Akogi. D tier, we got Vando, Layman, McLaughlin, Wancho, and Culver. Culver, I could almost move into the F tier. And F tier, Big Ed Davis. So, I mean, this is a really, really, for having no preparation of doing this, me and Peyton just wanted to do it on the fly.
I think
I think we nailed this list.
I would love to see a little bit more in that B to C tier level. If our team was a little bit more successful, I think like as a franchise, I would love to see a little bit more BC, but sadly we're very CD heavy
oriented team.
Very. Yeah, the B tier is where I wish we had a few more B level players. I think that's where we could step in. What if we got Aaron Gordon? What tier would you put Aaron Gordon in?
Ooh. Aaron Gordon to be tough. I think I'm gonna B tier for Aaron Gordon. I don't think Gordon's as good as Malik or D'Lo, but he's riding the line. He'd be the best B tier player we have for sure,
Oh, for sure.
in my opinion. I think John Collins would be an A tier player.
I agree. Yeah, dude, this Wi-Fi is kind of pissing me off.
Uh-oh.
How's it looking now? How's it sound?
Yeah, but that was a great video. We're looking good.
All
Looking
right.
good. Yeah, guys, we just wanted to do that quick before we do our Timberwolves talk. We're gonna film a Timberwolves talk that they're gonna be seeing this tier list today. So
Yeah, they'll be seeing it.
we got the Thunder game tonight. Yeah, we got Thunder game tonight. You got this to watch. Hopefully, you already watched all this. Then tomorrow we're doing a Timberwolves talk, and on our other channel, our first video should be uploaded tomorrow. Correct?
Should be,
Correct me if
yes.
I'm wrong.
Yep, should be uploaded on Basshole Lifestyle.
Yeah, it's gonna be our basketball 1v1. So I know everyone wanted to see that. So tomorrow you got two bangers coming. You got the Timberwolves talk tomorrow, and you got the basketball 1-on-1. So thanks for watching. We're gonna try to do more videos, I think, like this in the future of just like shorter challenges, Timberwolves theme challenges. I don't know. I would definitely do this again.
Oh God, we're definitely are gonna have to end this before we do the Timberwolves talk. Try to get a better connection. But sorry about all the connection issues, guys. Hopefully it just kind of came in on the end. But hopefully you could make out some of that. And you know what, guys? Thanks for watching. Make sure to tune into the other channels tomorrow and have a great rest of your day.